Michael. It's good to see you.
Good morning. Good morning. It is an early morning as well. Just say hello to me mate behind me here. Well, he's not my mate actually, so I shouldn't say that.
Joey.
Joey.
Barton.
Yeah, we've got
Was that his prison number?
that's his little prison pass. Yeah,
It
just
looks like a
people.
VW number plate.
Just to remind people that he has been to prison. He's not a particularly nice person, and well, I think everyone knows that now, really, don't they? He's a bit.
It's been an interesting week, right? So this is. I thought we were gonna, because we don't want to upset our Scouse friends, so we were going to drop Scouse Corner, but actually Joey Barton is a Scouser. So I think what we've got is Joey Barton and Scousegate all in one beautiful podcast.
You're surprised. I think he looks like Noel Gallagher. I think he looks like a Mancunian, really. He looks like Noel Gallagher.
Well, no, he likes his Manchester bands, but he is actually a Scouser. He's the oldest of four brothers. One of his brothers is serving life in prison for axing a young black kid, so a racially motivated axe attack for no reason at all on some young kid, and he's serving life sentence.
Trying to say ruined his life. What do you think? The other one.
It's a lovely family, but yeah. Okay. So I was doing a little bit more research on him. His mum and dad split, and he went to live with his dad and his grandma, and he, credits his grandma for his upbringing, but you can now see with the mother leaving why he's such a misogynist. He clearly hates women. He certainly hates women who have any form of, authority or professionalism.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's psychology corner for the week.
I mean, the only thing you do get bad commentators, you will get bad journalists, whether they're male or female, but the way he's gone on about it is just bonkers. The bloke he's got a new podcast out. That's all he's trying to do, isn't it? He's got a new podcast.
Yeah, he's trying to be controversial, but as some of them have said, the truth is he's never played at that. Well, okay, he did play in the Premier League. He played for Man City. He played but that was pre-oil days. He played for QPR. He left them, went back to QPR, went down with them at one point, played for Newcastle. This is a nice quote. He said that, what did he say? He once claimed to be the best player at Newcastle. Shearer was the manager at the time, and said, as Shearer, as the manager said, he wasn't, he was shit. I mean, Joey Barton just has an inflated opinion of himself.
I think he said
average footballer.
Yeah, when he went to Scotland, he said he's too good to play there or something. And then that video of him when he went to France and he's putting on the fake accent. Yeah. When he went to, was it Lille or Marseille or whatever it was, he went to play with them. He's interviewed. He's going, "Oh yes, I might come and play in France." It sounds
a bit like Malcolm.
Like Eric, what he called Eric Cantona. It sounded like him. It's just, what do you put on a fake accent for, you prat?
And also he's got a son called Cassius.
Okay, right, boxing.
And he's got a daughter called Petrie. Now, is that short for Petri dish?
Well, maybe that's what she was made in. Who knows?
He's probably going to come after us, but no one should watch his pod. Listen to his
I wouldn't even give it the time of day to watch it.
I mean, he is a horrible human being. I think. I mean, commentators, right? I don't care whether they're male or female. I just wish during the match they wouldn't say as much as they do. That's all.
I generally think names go straight out of my mind now. But the female commentator who made a comment about it at the end of one of the matches was very dignified in how she replied to it. Didn't have a go at him. Didn't just made a comment about all females work to stick together, and also I thought, brilliant, good for you. She made a brilliant.
She rose above it. She didn't stoop to his level of stupid banter.
Yeah,
like it. Anyway. So our friend Joe, we should
let's see if I can get a new background while you're talking.
The Joey watch going, but yes, he is sadly, he is a Scouser, so he's not doing the Scouse Nation any favors at all. He got banned for betting. He got a betting ban. He did get one England cap, and that was under Sven-Göran Eriksson, which I find a bit bizarre. But then
I've gone the right side.
Sven was very questionable.
Is that one going to work?
Oh, come on. I was hoping you wouldn't bring that up.
What? No, that's not you. That actually says keep calm, shit on City.
Okay. Okay, because you've been riling me up pre-pod about
well,
Aston Villa's unbelievable fluked win, where
I commented that it wasn't a fluke. I said we spanked him in the first half and got spanked ourselves in the second half.
You didn't spank us
went on a rant.
You scored a very, very good goal. I give you absolute full credit for that after 7 minutes. After that, you weren't in the game.
Can I just point out I didn't score the goal, but yeah. Oh, there's Emery wishing you all a Merry Christmas.
Yes, Emery's wishing us all a Merry Christmas. No, you weren't in the game. And
no, I wasn't. No.
There's a couple of incidents. I mean, Arsenal missed a couple of sitters, which is their own fault. Absolute dreadful finishing from Odegaard, and Saka was fractionally offside, but offside's offside. So I'm not arguing about it, although I'd like to have seen the lines drawn. But that, first of all, just before the goal, that was a goal, Eddie Nketiah is running through the middle of the pitch. He hasn't got the ball. There's a defender either side of him. And as he runs past one of the defenders, he gets the elbow in the face. No one even looks at it. No one even talks about it. That was a red card. Wouldn't have made any difference because
it was just a little bit of sport banter on the
pitch. Not a little bit of sport. And at the end, I'm now sick of this rule. Apparently, a defender in the box can accidentally have a handball, right? Okay, if it's kicked hard at him, I get that. And Cash, it hit his arm before it hit Havertz. It was accidental, right? So I get that. I get no penalty. But then why does Havertz get a penalty when it hits his knee and bounces up and doesn't even touch his arm, touches his chest, as the commentator said? Eddie Nketiah comes through and scores. The goal gets ruled out. That should never have been ruled out, because a few weeks before, up at Newcastle, because they couldn't find a reason not to allow the goal, they allowed it. Here, they found a reason to not allow the goal. And I think there's a conspiracy going on. And I've had enough of it. And Roy Hodgkin, whatever his name is, Crystal Palace old bloke, he's a really bloke. He also had a rant on the sidelines at the weekend because they were robbed. They were so much better than Liverpool. But anyway, so that's that. Anyway, but I'm going to finish on a positive note because I don't.
Did you win the game, by the way?
What's that?
Did you win the game after all that ranting? Did you win the game?
No, we lost.
Oh, did you?
Well, we don't, because we were robbed.
Oh, robbed.
You had one chance and scored it, and I'm giving you credit. It was a good goal. No problem about that at all. Take nothing away from the quality of that goal. McGinn, I'm honestly surprised he has that ability when you look at him. But anyway,
it's very funny. He uses his arse more than anything else in football.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because Arsenal qualified at the top of the group in the Champions League last night.
And you're second in the league.
And we're second in the league, so I can't really complain. Are we second or third?
No, we're third, I think.
Oh, we're second, aren't we? Just behind Liverpool.
I think there's only 1 point. I think it's 1 point between each one.
But the funniest thing this week was seeing Manchester United get knocked out of the European Cup last night in last place. They didn't even scrape into the Europa.
It wasn't as funny as getting spanked last week by Villa, but hey ho.
Well, this weekend,
won't mention Man City and all that. Not very good.
No. Apparently, I didn't see the game. Apparently, against Man City, you were very good. Against Arsenal, you were not. You were not good against Arsenal. Even Martinez in goal said Arsenal had 95% of the game. So,
when at the end that bit you were talking about where you thought was handball or whatever, yeah, you thought it was a goal. I'm not sure. When it went, I just laughed at Martinez. Suddenly went, oh, it's gone in. And And I thought, oh, you faking little bastard. And then he got up and he had been kicked in the face.
But he normally does. He normally does.
But it's the only time I think he actually got injured and went down without actually, and he got kicked by Catch. It was his own player as well. But I thought
for the benefit of our for the benefit of the people in our league.
Is that Robin Rant over? Is that Robin Rant over?
Rant over.
This week's Robin Rant's over.
For now. For the benefit of the UK USA fantasy league that you and I are in and that we manage, it was the European Cup qualifiers, because we're now down to the last 32. So I'm just going to share my screen because there's a couple of things I've done this week that I'm sure our people will be very happy about. We'll come back to our team in a minute. So we finished all the tables, and I'll share this with everybody again. So these are the 32 that have qualified for the round of 32. And there were 4 additional qualifiers, so we got it to 32, which was David, Rishi, Ollie, and Michelle. You and Holly from your group obviously qualified straight away. You didn't have to do any playoffs. So what I've done is I've looked at all the game weeks to come, right, all the way up to 38. And I've already worked out when we will be doing the draws for both the FA Cup, which I'll come on to in a second, and the European Cup. And then when the rounds will be, so that we make sure we can fit them all in before the end of the season. The FA Cup, we'll make the draw next week. I'll actually be in Dubai in the sunshine, by the way, Michael. So we'll have to work out our time schedule. We'll do the FA Cup draw. We'll put all teams in, all 85 teams. And we're going to whittle it down to 32. So there's going to be a lot of casualties in that first week, which will be taking place. When does it takes place? On week 21. So week 21 will be the rounds for everybody, and then we'll be down to the draw for the 32 and onwards. Anyway, so no more of that nonsense. We've got to decide December manager of the month, but we're still a couple of games away from deciding that. So that's that, and I'll share that again with everybody. And now we've got our team, which is, there's a couple of interesting things, and people may not pick this up. Manchester City do not have a game in game week 18. They play Brentford, but that's postponed because Manchester City are off to Saudi after this weekend to play in the whatever they call it, the FIFA World Cup of Teams or something. Anyway, they're off to play.
Oil Baron owned teams.
They're wheelbarrow owned.
Oil Baron and
wheelbarrowed with cash. They're off to the Middle East to do that. So there are no. So everybody who's got Haaland or any other Man City players need to think about what they're going to do game week 18. Do you leave him on the bench? But currently, he's injured with only a 50% chance of playing. It's a lot of money to not play. So if he doesn't play this weekend and he doesn't play in week 18, that's 2 weeks that are you just going to leave him on the bench, or are you going to take him out and bring him back in again? The good thing about, we paid 14 for him and he's only worth 14 at the moment. His price isn't going to go up in the next 2 weeks. So if we take him out and use that money, in theory, we can bring him back in for the same amount of money. Yeah, but then we've got to think about what do we do with Alvarez next week.
Yeah.
We have bigger
problems.
We have both goalkeepers injured. We have
3 suspensions.
2 suspensions, don't we?
What's Mitchell? Is he injured or?
He's injured. He's got a hip injury. He's only a 25% chance. So we've got 2 suspensions and a couple of injuries, a lot of injuries. We've got 1 free transfer and 1.1 in the bank. I don't think
2 goalies at play.
I don't think today's the day we make that decision because tonight we still have the Champions League where City are playing, and we might get a hint of whether Haaland is fit or not. Then we've also got what other things have we got? We've got games tomorrow night in the Europa and the Continental Cup, so that includes West Ham players, includes Liverpool players. So I think what we should do is have a quick chat amongst ourselves on Friday and pick our team then. Because I don't.
Is Douglas Luiz, can he still play in Europe? Although he's got his one match ban.
Oh yeah, he can play in Europe. Yeah.
So he can play Thursday, right?
Yeah, but we need to remember that actually. So that's week 18. But this week the game kicks off on Friday night. Nottingham Forest 0, Spurs 5. That will be
still in this country.
What's that?
Your lad Ollie still in this country?
Yes, he is.
I'll just remind him on Friday, get his team in. No long lunches over here.
Yeah, no, he'll be fine.
Over here.
Well, it doesn't really matter because he's plummeted down the league as well. He got the manager of the month curse. I didn't even get manager of the month, and last week I scored a net 14 points, the lowest score I've ever had, and the lowest score of the week, and probably getting on for one of the lowest scores of all time in our league.
I must point out that you did have Haaland as captain, so you got 0. You got 0. He was replaced. Your vice captain was Saka, who actually was your highest scoring person on 2 points, who then got doubled to 4. So you were lucky.
Actually, if that goal had been given that was supposedly offside, I'd have got a lot more points for him. So I feel that I feel Arsenal were robbed and I was robbed, and I think there's a conspiracy against both of us.
I felt robbed as well because I accidentally forgot to change Salah to Haaland for captain. And then, bollocks, forgot to do that. So I'll lose out. He won't get as many points as Haaland. Haaland then didn't play. I thought, brilliant. I'm going to actually have a week of making up with all those people, lose all those points for Haaland. Then I suddenly realised that all those people had Salah as their bloody vice captain, so ended up getting the points anyway. So I didn't actually gain anything apart from my son-in-law, who had Son as his captain. So he beat every bugger and got loads of points.
I know Spurs played well, but then Newcastle's weird because they'd lost 3-0 to Everton the week before. Ever since they've lost Pope in goal, they seem to be absolute rubbish. And they're playing AC Milan tonight with a chance of still qualifying in second place.
They've got a lot of injuries. I keep getting that from my brother. We're really suffering. We're suffering.
Lots of teams, but I think that's true everywhere. I mean, Manchester United have got to play Liverpool on Sunday, and they lost the only 2 decent defenders, if you call Maguire and Shaw decent defenders, but at least they're England defenders. They lost both of them last night. So
did Shaw go as well?
What's that?
Did Shaw get injured last night as well?
Shaw got injured last night as well.
Did he just come back?
I know.
Oh, poor bugger.
I know. Feel sorry for
Man United fan.
Yeah. So yes. So I think that it'll be many years before United challenge for anything. It's going to upset people, isn't it? So Liverpool should have an easy win.
Yeah.
Arsenal. Well, last season Brighton beat us 3-0 at home, so there's got to be revenge there. We need that. I think Man City will spank Palace even without Haaland. I think Spurs will spank Forest. Who are Villa playing?
Brentford. No, that's not going to be an easy one. It'll be like a 2-1 or a 1-0 or something against Brentford. Will be an easy one, but
where are you at? Oh, you're at Brentford. Oh, you'll lose that one.
No. Yeah. You're sour. You're just sour because you lost last week.
Yeah, but you'll lose because you're rubbish.
Yeah.
Absolutely no chance of staying in the top 4. We should have.
I totally agree with that one, but I think we haven't hit our injury spell yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think.
So, Michael, have we covered enough nonsense today?
Yeah, I think so because I've got to go on a course shortly.
Exactly. It's early in the morning. I need some breakfast. I've been out lifting tires this morning. I went to the pantomime yesterday. I must tell you, I went to the pantomime yesterday.
Hang on, behind you, behind you. Look behind you. Look behind you. No, you diff git. You went to the panto, you stupid sod.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Oh, no, I didn't. Anyway, they picked. I sat in the front row with the kids and the grandkids, and they picked on me throughout the whole of the show.
What, the grandkids or the people on the stage?
The people on the stage. The dame, the man that dresses as a woman decided I was going to be his bit of fluff.
Oh, okay. And was it a famous panto people or was it just anyone?
Yeah, no, it was. There was a guy from Coronation Street.
All right.
And there was two people from CBBS or wherever it is, the kids show. There was Tinkerbell. And yeah, no, it was all right. It was actually to be fair, it was very well done at the St Albans Arena. Anybody who would like tickets, there's not many left. Get in there.
So you went there with your grandkids. And where did Ollie sit? In the bar?
No, Ollie sat in the front row as well, but he was asleep.
I bet he wasn't.
Since he arrived last Friday, he spent most of his time asleep. Even when he's awake, he's asleep.
Bless him.
He's sleepwalking to Christmas. Or sleep drinking. Sleeping to Christmas.
Yeah. So when you off out to Sunshine next week?
Monday. I fly Monday on the big bird, on the big Emirates bird to Dubai.
I take it you're walking in and turning left on the airplane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good lad.
Yeah. Very left.
And the grandkids are going very right.
Oh, no, I'm not going left. No, I'm going right. Right's economy, right?
Mm.
Yeah, no, I'm going very right.
Oh.
Like almost
on the wing.
I might as well get on at the tail end.
Oh, bloody hell, you're in the toilet.
Oh, almost. But the Emirates toilets are very nice. If you're going to fly economy, this is not maybe we should do an advertisement. If you're going to fly economy, please choose Emirates Airlines because their economy is very, very good.
And who do they sponsor?
They sponsor many teams, Arsenal and some others.
That's a surprise.
I think I should play this on Monday at the check-in desk, see if I can get an upgrade.
Yeah, but hey, they might look at your badge and go sponsor Rwanda as well, holiday in Rwanda. That might not go down as well.
Oh, yes. Well, we're all going to Rwanda, aren't we? The government seem to, they've sent enough money over there. We might as well go and help them spend some of it.
400 odd million, yeah. 400 million and 3 home secretaries, and that's it. Right.
I mean, we're not a political podcast, but they are the biggest shower I've ever seen. I cannot imagine that there's ever been a worse set of people who's tried.
Is that Rishi Sunak? Is that Rishi Sunak?
That'll be one of that. That'll be. I get that all the time. That would be a scam artist.
Right.
You know. Well, so, this is the inland revenue. You owe 88 million. Wrong. I owe 90 million. Go away.
Yeah, and put 10 quid in my bank account, and I'll do a check and blah blah blah.
Yeah. Give me all your bank details over the phone, and everything will be fine.
I've got to go. So press that little button.
Yes, I'm going to press the stop record button, aren't I? Stop record.